Hi, I'm Mashira Ramadan from Jerusalem.
Don't push me. Don't push me.
Okay, go.
Don't push me.
Okay, go.
Hi, this is Iman Bilbaisi from Gaza.
Hi, I'm Ala Khayyab from Jerusalem.
Hi, I'm Faraha Abu Qasim living in Gaza.
Hi, this is Diana Zir from Ramallah. I'm going after.
My name is Nagami Muhanna. I live in Gaza.
أعزائي المستمعين نقدم لكم نشرة الأخبار. I am Yara العملة. I'm living in Ramallah.
مرحبا،
مرحبا،
كيفك؟
الله يبيك.
شو أخبارك؟
الله يسلمك.
تعرفنا عن حالك؟
فتح خضيرات الحملة
خضيرات.
الشعبية في الأغوار. Jordan Valley Solidarity. You would like me to speak in English
Yes,
or Arabic?
that would be perfect.
Good.
مرحبا حاج،
أهلين يا هلا.
كيفك؟
يا هلا.
شو أخبارك؟
خير.
شو عم تشتغلوا هون؟
Abu Falah is one of the oldest people in our campaign.
Yeah?
Here we are like preparing to make mud bricks, which is
Okay.
like mixing soil with hay and water, and then we like put it in small boxes to make mud bricks. After a few days it will dry, then we can use it to build houses. We use this material because of a lot of purposes. First of all, this material is cheap material.
Okay.
It's friend of the environment.
Wow.
It's suitable for the area here. In hot days, it's like quite cold. In winter, it's quite warm. And if the Israeli, which is like one of the important reasons, if the Israeli knock it down, we will be able, as you see here, we will be able to mix it again and to rebuild these houses again.
Perfect.
And
Very
this is
nice.
like a kind of resistance.
Yeah, it
project.
is. It is. So you're actually using this material to build houses?
Yes, we use this material to build houses and to renovate old houses which is existed before the occupation. Actually, the occupation prevent people in this area to build or to rebuild their houses or to renovate their houses. So this is a kind of action against the occupation.
And it's what? It's mud and hay?
Yeah, it's mud, soil, and hay mixing it with water, leaving it for some time to we call it to relax.
Yes.
Then we have small boxes. We put it on it, and just when we take it, it's like this. We use these boxes,
Yeah.
fill it with mud there, and after we take it, the mud keep the same sizes,
Yes.
and 3 or 4 days it will get dried.
Yeah.
Here we are planning to make the first breaking
Oven.
oven
Yes.
to distribute bread to people here.
Oh, right here you're gonna build the oven.
Exactly.
Okay. Beautiful.
So it will be the first oven for the Palestinian people who live in the Jordan Valley villages.
Okay.
Sleepless is the biggest village in the Jordan Valley, and it's one of the villages that you can see clearly the apartheid regime here, the
Okay.
Israeli apartheid regime, and you can see clearly, you know, the harassment which the Palestinian people faced in the occupied territory,
Yes.
and you can see, you know, what kind of aggression and what kind of like ethnic cleansing happened to the Palestinian people in the Jordan Valley.
Oh, okay. So those Israeli helicopters?
It's Israeli because, you know, they are making a military training in the area, and maybe the biggest training area in the West Bank is in the Jordan Valley. In the occupied West Bank is in the Jordan Valley, and they make live training, live military
Very close
training,
to the area.
And big parts of the Jordan Valley, the Israeli close it as a military closed area, military training closed area.
Okay.
And there is a lot of Palestinians who injured and killed by the Israeli, you know, mines. let's visit this community which we work since last year in this community, trying to help people to stay in their homeland, which is like meet our program, which is the existence is resistance.
Wow.
So in this area we renovate all the houses around us by simple material, by the golden hands of the volunteer.
Yeah.
We rebuilt 3 houses which is knocked down by the Israeli, and we renovate about 17 houses in this area, trying to give Palestinian people the opportunity to live like little bit good life.
Yeah. And this is an Area C. It's under Israeli authority, right?
This is Area C. That's mean we are not allowed to do anything. The main important thing for people here to live and to earn living and to stay in their land is water. Water is the main resources of life here.
Of course.
And the Israeli know that because, you know, they know that if they control water, they control life in the Jordan Valley. By controlling water, they will control life.
And it's an agriculture, and it's an agriculture area. I mean,
the biggest agricultural area in Palestine.
And they need the water, of course.
Exactly.
And those houses, so you're not allowed to actually build those houses. They can come and destroy those houses and demolish them whenever they want.
Exactly.
Even the metal bricks for the animals and the cattle.
Yeah. Actually, they knocked down most of the houses around here, and people, they rebuilt it again. Actually, we are planning here to establish a new built-up area for the young people who are planning to get married.
Okay.
So this is part of our work, and I hope within the coming few months we will build 10 new houses for young people to get married on.
This is mud area.
This is mud area.
Is it safe? It wouldn't fall apart?
Yeah.
It's good?
Yeah, it's good. It's better than the concrete.
Are you planning to build a house here?
We are planning to make a water tank, a water reservoir.
Okay, and where would you get the water from? I mean, since you don't have
the
any...
Israeli control every drop of water in the Jordan Valley.
Okay.
And they give this village, which is about 5,000 people, 7 cubic meter per hour. And it's not enough even for drinking.
So you go buy it from like nearby cities like Jericho or...
No, there's like a private water resources. There is some spring which is not suitable to drink, but people have to use it because there isn't any solution.
There's no other choice.
Part of our like work nowadays is to offer drinking water to several communities in the Jordan Valley.
Okay.
So we are like not respecting the Israeli regulation. We are not following the donors who like all time ask for permission from the Israeli.
Yes.
So yesterday, for example, we bought a plastic water pipe, and we link it to one of the water resources.
Okay.
And I hope today, by the evening, we will receive drinking water for this community.
Oh, this is great.
This is one of the houses which we rebuilt.
Here?
Yeah. So Ahmed, he is the owner of this house, and he is one of our volunteer also.
Oh, okay.
We work together. We offer them work by making mud bricks.
Yeah.
And we offer the material. And we challenge the occupation by rebuilding this house. I think he has much.
مرحبا أحمد.
كيف حالك؟
كيفك؟ شو أخبارك؟
الحمد لله. فأحمد هو
هذا بيتك
أيوه.
This is أحمد's house. أحمد أنت إيش يعني بالأساس إيش كان شغلك؟ كنت تشتغل بالزراعة يعني؟
بالزراعة
عامل بالزراعة. He used to be a farmer. كنت هون في هاي المزارع.
في المزارع هون.
In those farms. وهلا هلا حاليا إيش تشتغل؟
والله هسه قاعدين في الشغل. عطلين.
Look how
so he used to be a farmer on those farms, either with the Palestinians or even the Israeli farms, but now he's not allowed to work there anymore.
He's drinking water with these gallons.
Okay.
There is no other way.
And this is drinkable water?
Huh?
This is drinkable water?
There is no other choices.
Yeah. It's not very clean.
Yeah, it's not clean at all.
Yeah.
But if you have a look, you will see like how huge the settlement farm is and how green it is.
Yes,
And
sure.
if you have a look over there, you will see that huge water tank. Actually, there is 2 huge water tanks.
Right
It's
there, yeah,
just to
on top.
serve the settlement farm, the military camp, and the settlement. And by the way, that settlement, which is called Miswa, it's a settlement which is established exactly in the same place of the Palestinian refugee camp Abu al-Ajaj, which used to be existed. The Israeli knocked down all the camp.
Okay, and what
established
year
a
was
settlement.
that?
Huh?
What year was
It's
that?
in the beginning of the 70s.
Okay.
And the water pipes, which is come from the water tank, it's run through the Palestinian community.
Okay.
They can hear the water running in the pipes,
Okay.
but they can't drink from these pipes.
Wow.
If you see the small pieces of land which remain for the Palestinian, it seems like it's very drought.
Yeah, it's very dry.
Yeah, it's dried. And the settlement farm is very green.
Yeah. They're not. Are they farming it or خلاص? They can't farm it anymore.
No, the Palestinian, they just farm it in winter when there is plenty of water coming through the valley.
And the rain, yes.
Yeah, by rain. Yeah. So
Can we go inside the
yeah,
house?
let's visit Ahmed's house. Actually, here is everything is done by volunteer hand.
Okay.
We did not brought any like official or like professional
build
person
the house.
from outside. So our volunteer, they build the house, they make the doors, they make the windows, they make everything. They paint.
Yeah.
So everything is done by
The volunteers.
the volunteers. The goal.
أحمد أنت بنيت بيتك؟ أنت كنت من واحد الناس اللي اشتغلوا على بناية البيت؟
انا اللي كنت اشتغل مع طبعا مع عمال فتحي
مع
Yeah.
الحملة.
عمال الحمله طبعا مساعدة الاخ فتحي يعني هو لولا يعني ولا كان راح لنا المنطقه كلها.
He says that he was one of the volunteers who actually built this house. Of course, it's his house. Of course, and the help of Fathi and the Jordan Valley Solidarity Movement. طيب احكي لي انت كان عندك بيت يعني قبل هون؟
انا كنت بنى هالغرفه وعلى جنبها في عريشه.
Okay, so he had a house and next to it عريشة, which is a small room, but it's not with walls.
او اجوا الجيش هدوا لي اياه بال 2004.
And Israeli soldiers, they came in and they've demolished his house and the small room next to it. ليش هدوها؟
بقول لك ممنوع البناء في المنطقه هاي.
So they accused, the reason of demolishing his house was because he's not allowed to build in this area. أنت من إمتى عايش هون؟ طول عمرك عايش هون؟
طول عمري عايش هون في المنطقه هاي وين دروب خاص.
He's been living here for his whole life. طب وإجوا كيف هدوها يعني مستوطنين ولا جيش بدبابات؟
اجوا الجيش ودبابات خير الله جوال. يقول يرجع فلسطين لما اجوا هنا.
أي ساعة إجوا بالنهار بالليل؟
اجوا تقريبا الساعه 12 الظهر.
So he says around 12 in the afternoon, 12 p.m. They came here with tanks and bulldozers and they've destroyed his house. And he said the amount of tanks and bulldozers that came to demolish his small house looked as if they're gonna free the whole area, as if they're going into a war. طيب تمام. نشوف بقية الhouse ولا I want him to show me the rest of the house.
انا جوز قعدت سنه وانا خاطب ما فيش عندي دار اللي ما فتحي بنى الدار هاي ولا ما تجوزتش كمان.
Well, he says that he's been he got engaged for a whole year till he finally decided to get married because he built the house. He had that house to get married in, but then after the demolition he couldn't get married. But not till they actually built this house again.
We use like wood roofs because it's suitable for the climate here.
Yeah.
And we can like fix it within a few hours. So
Yeah,
the
it's
Israeli
easy.
will not be
But
able
when
to
it's-
catch us doing it.
Yeah, but when it's raining, wouldn't it like be leaking water?
No, we are going to put like always we put like some mud over there. Then
Mud and
like,
plastic?
Plastic mud, and then we cover it with concrete. Small, like
Small amount of concrete. Okay.
it's like 1 centimeter.
And where do you get the electricity? Do you have electricity in this village?
Yeah, actually they received electricity like 6 months ago from a place where it's allowed to have electricity from the Israeli.
Okay.
According to the Israeli, it's not allowed to have electricity or not allowed to link it directly to the Israeli company.
Okay.
But we do it like unlegally. And the same, we are doing water. Yesterday we link a water pipe from one of the water resources up there, which is like 2 kilometers. And I hope tonight they will receive water.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So the Israelis can come whenever they want and they can demolish this house.
Exactly.
And cut off the electricity as well, right?
Yeah, sure.
قبل 6 أشهر قبل ما كان في عندكم كهرباء، من وين كنتوا تضووا ومن وين كنتوا تستعملوا كهرباء؟
شغل ضوء على الكاس.
You didn't have ما كانش في عندكم كهرباء من مرة. I've asked them 6 months ago before they switched on the electricity or they got it if they had any electricity or how they actually had electricity in their house, and he said we used to use gasoline or oil for only like lamps and lightening in the house. ما كان في لا ثلاجات ولا شيء. They didn't have any fridges, no instruments whatsoever that work with electricity. يعطيكم العافية. عن جد God bless you يعني for this work. شكرا كثير لك. شكرا.
This is another example of the knocked down houses by the Israeli bulldozer.
Where? That's
one, yeah.
Whoa. So this is the actual house that was demolished.
Yeah. As you see, this is one of the houses, one of 18 houses actually knocked down by the occupation in the last 3 years, just in this small area.
Wow.
And it's knocking houses is part of the Israeli policy in this area.
Yeah. But how many members lived in this house? Like how many people lived in it?
Actually, we did not make any statistics for that, but I think at least each one room at least contain 5 people, because
in this house.
Yeah.
Well,
in this house, we have about 11 people for this house. We are
11
talking
for
about
this house.
we are talking about like each one room, because like this is one of the poorest community in the Jordan in Palestine.
The poorest, yes.
Exactly, and they haven't like resources to build or to expand their houses, and they have this like high risk, because all time the Israeli is coming and giving them evacuation order and knocking down every new brick.
And why is this closure or this hardness on Palestinians living in this area?
It's simple.
I mean, of course, it's not the only area. I mean, all of Palestine, but
they want to have the land for the newcomers, for the new settler. Any settler who decide to come to the Jordan Valley, the Israeli government give him 70 square dunams.
wow,
They give him 20,000.
a whole farm, basically.
Exactly. It's like an agricultural area.
Yeah.
Free irrigation water, free house, free education, free healthcare. $20,000 to start his new life. Every settler, have a job. They even private companies like Silicon, Motorola, Basic, Egid, company,
the
transportation
telephone
companies, telephones companies and transportation companies, drinking water company, Makarot, and electricity company. They are obliged to give the settler a discount up to 75%, and at the same time the rest, which is 25%, is paid by the Zionist organization like Hadassah, which is the Zionist woman organization in America. It's work as a charity, and it's collect the American people money, and it's invest in the occupied territorial, and this is not legal. And we have Hadassah, we have JNF, we have a lot of Zionist organization investing and supporting the settler in the Jordan Valley. And one more thing.
So it's that easy. I mean, just decide for an Israeli, if he decides with his family to move into here, it's that easy. They will just give it to him.
Exactly. And there's another thing. It's free taxes here for the settler. Free taxes for the settler. And electric fences everywhere around the settlement farm, and and there is a kind of like, it's very clear here, the apartheid regime, the Israeli apartheid regime here is very clear. We have 2 laws. One, the military law applied against the Palestinian, and we have the civil law, which is for the settler. So So,
Crazy.
for example, and we have this kind of settler violence against the Palestinians. For
Yeah.
example, 4 weeks ago, a couple of settlers came out of Moscow settlement and they built their tent in the entrance of the Bedouin tent, the entrance of the Palestinian Bedouin tent. And at the end, the Israeli army came and said that we want to solve the problem after 5 days and 5 days of protecting the settler there. And they said, okay, everybody have to move from here. So the settler moved back to the settlement and the Bedouin, there is nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Today, for example, and yesterday, and in the past 3 weeks,
Yeah.
if you travel along the Jordan Valley, you will find black mountains because they put fire in all the grassing area. It's
Wow.
a kind of killing poor people again, not
So
shooting
they
them, but destroying their life resources.
They will actually put their agriculture on fire.
They put fire on the grassing area, animal grassing area.
Oh, for the Bedouins, yes,
For
of
the
course.
Bedouin.
Yes.
And most of the community in the Jordan Valley, they are Bedouin community. Bedouin are not allowed now. The Bedouin life is depend on moving from one place to another place,
course.
researching for animal food and water. And since the occupation, it's not allowed for the Bedouin to move from one place. If you move, you will not be able to go back to your place, and
Yeah.
you will not be able to build your tent in a new place.
Yeah.
They confiscated the tractors, they confiscated the water tanks, and they cut off the water pipes which is linked the Palestinian farms to springs, and claiming that this is natural areas, you have the right to, and it's not you have the right. They caused them that they are stealing water from the nature.
Oh my God.
And they confiscated their water bomb, which is bomb water to their farms. And now they it's become miserable life because they have greenhouses, they have palm trees, they have olive trees. And in the same place, from the same area, in the same farm, there is water pipes crossing these farms to link the settlement and the settlement farm with fresh water. And this
just like
water
we
is
see in
coming.
front of
This
us.
water is coming from the built-up area of my village, from Bardala.
Wow. This is crazy.
We will visit Abu Isam house, which is one of the people who we work in their house, and their children are volunteer in our campaign.
Okay.
Actually, we renovate 2 houses for them, and we built 1. So it's good to show you this. Yeah, it's part of the family actually.
Yeah.
They are not all the family because other people they are in work now.
This is my son.
This is my son.
كيفك يا عصام؟ شو اخبارك؟
الحمد لله بخير من الله الحمد لله.
انتم من اي سنة عايشين هون؟ من امتى؟
احنا طول حياتنا من اول ما خلقنا واحنا في البلاد هاي.
I've asked her, this is my son, and she's obviously the mother of this house, and I've asked her, since when have you been living here? And she said for her whole life. وانتي بنتها؟
هاي كنتي
Okay.
مرت ابني.
This is her daughter-in-law. هدول أولاد مين؟
اولادها اولاد اختها اولاد بنتي بيشتغلوا في المزارع.
Okay. Those are
بخليهم
all the
عندي هون.
children of her and her sister and my son's daughter as well. And their parents, they live in the farms. They work in the farms, and so they take care of the little children. معصام احكي لي ايش هذا اللي
هاي بقول حبة ذبابة ريحة.
Okay.
كرفتني هنا وطلعت على وجهي كله رحت على
This is a
الدكاترة.
fly, a special fly that lives in this area, and it's called Jericho's fly. So قرصتك يعني في منخارك. So the fly bit her in her nose. وما ما رحتيش على دكتور
رحت
تشوفي؟
على الدكاترة رحت على ريحة على الصحة.
ما فيش عندكم مستشفيات أو
فيش لا فيش مستشفيات هون.
If she visited the doctor and she said that she had to go all the way to Jericho to the hospital there. I've asked her also if there's any doctors living in the area or a health clinic, and she said no.
احنا كنا أول مش زي هيك احنا عايشين.
كم نفر كنتوا انتوا في الغرفة الواحدة؟
واحنا 14 نفر.
في غرفة واحدة.
غرفة ومطبخ يعني غرفتين.
Yeah. So she said I've asked her how many people lived in the room, and she said we were around 14 members of the family lived in one room and small kitchen and a bathroom.
احنا كنا 3 عيال طلعنا عيال من هنا حطيناها هان لما صورنا ابو حسن احنا خلصنا البيت هذا.
Yes, and she said there were 3 families living in this house, and they moved one of the families to live in this in that one after Abu Hassan and his volunteers helped rebuild this house. طب بيجوا الإسرائيليين يعني عمرهم هدموا لكم بيت؟
هدموا
كم بيت انهدم لكم؟
هدمنا هنا 4 بيوت.
4 بيوت؟ كلهم إلكم انتم مش
للجيران؟ أولادي كانوا قاعدين
أي سنة؟ في أي سنة هدموهم؟
أنا والله مش متذكر يعني في
إمتى؟
لهم بيجي 3 سنين يمكن 3 سنين بين 3 سنين 4 سنين.
So 3 or 5 years ago, I've asked her if any Israelis they've demolished their house, and she said 3 to 5 years ago they've demolished 4 of their houses.
كنا بأننا عشان نجوز الأولاد فيهن قاموا هدموهن وولاد قعدت الولاد عندي يعني في بيتي.
So she said they've built the houses, the 4 houses, for her children to get married, and when the houses got demolished, that's why the whole family and the 3 families of her children they moved into her main house.
تشوف المي كيف احنا نعبي مي.
كيف بتعبوا مي؟
هسه بوريك كيف بتعبي مي.
فرجيني كيف بتعبي مي.
تعال أنا بوريك كيف أعبي مي.
I asked her to show. She said if you only see how we actually get water, and I said show me how you get water.
بنعبي مي في الكزاز هورا بنعبيها مي من تحت مش من هون بنعبي مي. هسه بوريك من هون تحت.
So they fill those bottles of water from down. I don't know where. See now.
هنا فيها.
This is the water.
هسه بعبي من هنا.
There's no water inside of it. So you see, this is a dry area, and it's very good for planting, but they need a lot of water to it. They get water from here.
مي مي فيش مي.
And even here there's no water.
فيش مي. كنا نعبي مي زي هيك.
This is how they actually used to get water. There's water coming. They would bring it this way. She's blowing in the actual pipe to move the water if there's any. ايش عم تسحبي مي انت ولا عم
بسحب مي؟ لا بسحب.
She's sucking the pipe to get if there's water, so the water is running now. هاي المي مين مدها؟
هاي مية مكروت فيش مي. اللي أول دخلوا مي ما بيحطوناش مي.
هاي مية مستوطنات يعني.
مستوطنات أنا إياها.
So this actual pipe is
كيف
running.
نعبي مي هاي هيك نعبي مي ها.
لحظة شوي. This water is actually running to one of the settlements in the area, Makarot.
هذا المي اللي عندنا شايف مي شوف عندنا مي هاي مي بتعيش ناس بتعيش أرواح وأطفال عندنا.
This is the water what we have.
عندنا مثل شجر عندنا غنم عندنا بنادمين عندنا أطفال.
She says it's not enough for
the
family, the cattle, the animals they have, for the trees they have, especially this is a farming area, and this is not enough. كيف تقطع؟ and she removes the pipe and that's how it stops. يعني هذا المصدر الوحيد للمي إلكم؟
هذا المصدر الوحيد. مش إنه غير مصدر هذا المي.
هذا بيت عمها.
إيه؟
هذا بيت أختي. كان ساكنين في بيت صغير. هذا هيك كله بيت.
Okay, this is her sister's house. Here. وأنتي وين بيتك؟
أنا لسه طبعا ما وسعت شوية. بيت
بس she still lives there, but this is her sister's house. She's going to show me her sister's house. So my son said that this is the whole house. هذا كم واحد عايش هون؟
عايش 4 هو مرته وولاده.
ولدين.
هذا غرفي وهذا المطبخ.
So this is the bedroom. This is a family of 4 people live in this house. The son, his wife, and their children they sleep on the floor. بيناموا على الأرض. And the children they sleep on the floor. And this is the kitchen. This is the kitchen. والحمام. And this is the bathroom. This is a new building, right?
Yeah,
This is built-
it's our mud bricks. We use it here.
When did you build it?
A few months ago.
Yes, only a few months ago.
Only a few months ago.
Come on.
If you come back a few months later, you will find
I'll find a couple of other houses.
a couple
Huh?
of houses over there. Yes.
A Palestinian settlement on a Palestinian land.
It's existence.
Existence, of course. Yeah, and those are your posters again. Right here.
It's our sample, you know. This is a natural thing in the valley.
This is a cactus,
Yes.
and it says to exist is to resist.
That's a mistake.
فايش هذا البيت لو نتظبط فيه؟
هذا cleaning.
This whole house is built by mud.
Yes, all the houses built by mud. They tried to renovate it several times, but they did not use the correct material. As for this, you know, it's become like a kind of quite destroyed house.
Yeah.
Now we are renovating this house from the same materials which is used to build it in the beginning. We make these doors and these windows in like the old way.
And how old is this house?
I am not sure, but it's like more than 100 years. We are planning to make it a meeting house for the Jordan Valley Solidarity and for the Friends of the Jordan Valley. No, you need to send it inside. We don't need to keep walls inside. No, this is not the correct way. Wait a minute. Exactly, you need to focus in the holes and to send the clay inside. You see? Look. I told you it's healthy thing. Yeah. They use it as a cream. Fantastic. We stopped talking
And you do the work.
and we went to actions.
Well, perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
So even as I told you, this is a kind of, you know, something good for skin. You will discover that your right hand will become more soft than.
That might have that. Thank you
Keep
very
it
much.
until it dries, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
You are
Bye bye.
welcome. Bye-bye.
So I just washed my hand out of the mud and I'm going to show you where the real mud is. I'll take you to the Dead Sea. So right now I just entered and I'm in one of the private spas or private beaches. It's owned by Israelis, and so Palestinians are not actually allowed to have their own space on the beach. They have to come to the Israeli ones and pay to get access to the beach. But even even so, they're not allowed to come whenever they want. So they can only come during the week time, which is today. But on Saturdays or Fridays, and because of Shabbat Shalom, Palestinians are not allowed to access to the beach. So this is the Dead Sea. This is the lowest point on earth. In front of us, after the sea, those mountains are Jordanian. So that's Jordan. I'm on the Palestinian side and that's Jordan. The sea, this is the Dead Sea. And it's a very special sea. They call it the Dead Sea because it's a very salty water. And no creatures whatsoever, no fish, no seafood, no nothing lives in this sea. And it's a very healthy sea. The water of it is very healthy. It's very good for the skin, for the diseases, and people from all over the world, they come here to get treatment, to swim in this sea. You can't dive in this sea. It's very salty. It'll really hurt your eyes, and if you actually dive in it. But you float. You really float. You see, there's no people diving. Everybody's floating. Let's get closer. I can smell the salt. It's a very mineral water. It's full of minerals and it's very salty. This beach is about this sea actually is about 1,400 feet below sea level. And again, this is the lowest point on earth. So, I'm gonna take off my shoes and go inside. I don't have my swimming suit to swim, but that's about it. So this is the Dead Sea. People come from all over the world to float and use the mineral and the mud that they have. It's one of the best water all over the world. And you see people can float on it, and it's very common that people would come and take a photo of themselves while floating and reading the newspaper at the same time. And since this mud is very useful for the face, I'm gonna mud my face. This water is very heavy. It has a lot of salt and minerals inside. That's why it's very heavy, and people cannot dive in it. They can only float. You will really burn your eyes if you decide to dive in this sea. It's extremely salty. Tourists here. I'm gonna mud your hand again.
Awesome.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from England. I'm from Canada.
Okay. Is it your first time in the Dead Sea?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Really nice. It's
How
great.
does it feel?
It's very buoyant. Yeah.
You kind of just float there.
Yeah, you can't dive.
Yeah, you try and touch the bottom, and well, if it's deeper than you are tall, then you can't.
Yeah.
My skin feels a little bit softer afterward as well.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty nice.
My face is really burning at this point.
I opened my eyes in the water. That was.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Don't open your eyes.
Yeah.
Don't get anything
Did you get yourself a photo with reading the newspaper in the Dead Sea? It's very common for tourists to get that photo.
It's the cliche, but actually we've avoided it so far.
I have to go get back in.
All right. Okay. We'll enjoy.
We will. Thank you.
See you guys. Bye bye. Thank you. Oh, what's your name again? What's your name?
Chris.
Chris
And
you-
Michael.
Michael. Okay. Canada and England.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So, enough of the Dead Sea. I'm gonna go clean my hands and wash my face because it's really burning. My face will look way softer by tomorrow. Hello.